You finally got the job, the relationship, the number in your bank account you used to dream about, and somewhere between the celebration and the following Tuesday, something strange happened. You felt nothing, not sadness, not regret, just a quiet, confusing flatness where the joy was supposed to live. But the real answer is far stranger than the lack of gratitude. Your brain isn't broken, it's doing exactly what it was built to do. And that's the part nobody warns you about. Psychologist Ben-Shahar has a name for this exact moment. He calls it the arrival fallacy, the false belief that reaching a goal will produce lasting happiness. You chase the milestone for years. You picture the finish line like a light switch, flipping your entire life from struggle to satisfaction. Then you cross it, and the light barely flickers. Why would your mind do this to you? Here's what nobody tells you. The problem isn't the goal, it's the machinery underneath your emotions. Back in 1978, researcher Philip Brickman ran a study that still unsettles people today. He compared recent lottery winners to people who had been paralyzed in accidents. Within about a year, both groups reported strikingly similar levels of everyday happiness. The winners weren't floating. The accident survivors weren't drowning. Their brains had quietly recalibrated to a new normal. This is called hedonic adaptation, and it works on you constantly, whether you notice it or not. Notice that. It's happening to you right now with things you already have. Think about the phone in your pocket. The first week felt like magic. Now it's just an object you barely register. Your brain doesn't track how good your life is in absolute terms. It tracks change. A win only registers as a win the moment it happens. After that, it becomes your baseline. And baselines don't make you happy. They just make you numb to what used to feel exceptional. So if the goal itself isn't the source of lasting joy, what is? That's where things get genuinely strange. Psychologist Sonia Lyubomirsky spent years studying happiness set points and found something counterintuitive. Roughly half of your happiness baseline is shaped by genetics. Only about 10% comes from your circumstances, your job, your house, your relationship status. The other 40% comes from your intentional daily actions, meaning the goal you're chasing right now can only ever move the needle a little. And here's why that matters to you. It means the emptiness after arrival isn't a personal failure, it's math. But that's not even the strangest part. Harvard psychologist Daniel Gilbert has spent decades studying something called effective forecasting, your brain's attempt to predict how future events will make you feel. And it turns out your brain is remarkably bad at this job. You consistently overestimate both the intensity and the duration of the joy a goal will bring. You imagine crossing the finish line and staying there, glowing forever. Your brain edits out the part where you simply keep living with new problems, new comparisons, new goals quietly forming in the background before you've even unpacked the last one. This is why so many people, the moment they achieve something enormous, immediately start reaching for the next thing. Not because they're ungrateful, because their nervous system was never designed to rest at the top of a mountain. It was designed to keep climbing. Think about someone who spends a decade dreaming of financial freedom, finally reaches it, and within months is anxious about the next number. Or someone who spends years wanting a relationship, gets it, and within a season is quietly wondering what's missing. It isn't the relationship, it isn't the money. It's the ancient machinery underneath, still scanning the horizon for the next threat or the next reward, unable to simply sit still in a moment of enough. So what do you actually do with this? You stop outsourcing your happiness to a future finish line. You notice, on purpose, the ordinary Tuesday you're living in right now. Instead of waiting for a milestone to grant you permission to feel good, you let the goal be a direction, not a destination. You finally got the job, the relationship, the number you used to dream about, and the quiet flatness you felt afterward wasn't proof that something was wrong with you. It was proof that you're human, and that the real answer, the one that actually lasts, was never waiting at the finish line at all.